Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday, the 8th of November 2021. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Mystic Fairy Tarot for today's reading. Let's see what the cards have to say about Monday and what energy you'll be working with. So I'm going to choose 3 cards. Let me shuffle them first. And then I'll have a look at what is going on today. So the first card is the Emperor, the Knave of Swords, and Death. Wow. So you can get a lot done. The Emperor is the 4th card in the Major Arcana. He represents the first authority figure the Fool meets on his journey. And he's got these ram's horns, and usually in the card he's got rams placed everywhere. And the message about the Emperor is that if you set your mind to it, and if you set certain goals, you'll be able to make a lot of headway in those areas, and you'll be able to create and to achieve and to get things done in exactly the way you want to. The Knave of Swords, that determination gives you an ability to learn something new, but also the same determination allows you to put an end to something that you no longer want. So the power is really with you today, and you get to decide how you want to use it. The Emperor is the 4th card in the Major Arcana, and 4 in numerology is about security and structure. So the actions that you take aren't destructive. They aren't meant to cause more problems. These are wise, good decisions that if you take action based on these areas that you care about, you'll be able to enjoy the results of that work for the foreseeable future, for a long time to come. So in this deck, he's got this blue cape on, he's got a yellow robe and this shield with a falcon on it. So he's a defender of truth as such. So the ideas that he's got are valuable, they are positive. He can stand up for them and defend them. And it is good to keep going because what he's doing is valuable and positive, it's not harmful. The yellow means that he's coming from a good place, he's self-contained, he's in charge of his life, of his feelings, of his ideas, what he wants to do. And the blue cape is a sign, a symbol that he's actually thinking about the greater good here. He's not fighting some sort of a war because he wants to be seen as more powerful or to be respected or to build up his ego or whatever it is. He's doing something that he feels is right. It's valuable. It's going to help a lot of other people. It's going to help himself. And he feels that he's been given this strength and that it's his job or his duty to do something good with the skills and talents that he's been given. And that's what he's deciding to do. So the shield anticipates some sort of a conflict or certain no's from other people or messages that this isn't possible, but he doesn't listen to those kind of things, and he keeps going because he's trying to build something that already exists for him in spiritual truth, and he's just doing the legwork to realize it in a physical sense. So check in with yourself. What is really important to you? What do you want to learn? And how can you make progress with that? What situation have you really tried with? You've tried everything. You've tried to, let's say it's a relationship. You've tried to be supportive and understanding and then tough and, tough love and supportive love or whatever it is. And it's been going on for months or years and nothing is shifting. The question is, do I keep using my energy on this even though it's not moving at all? It's not supporting my life or anyone in it, and it's simply a drain on my energy, my resources. And that may even be something that you can learn on this day, because the Knave of Swords is like the Page of Swords, inexperience when it comes to the rules and the perspectives on life and how to think, and is kind of being a deer in the headlights and just walking into any situation without having any kind of backup plan. So the Knave of Swords makes mistakes, but also the Knave of Swords is incredibly willing to learn and is just starting out. So it may be that for the first time on this day, you see what no longer serves you and what's actually harming your life rather than enriching it. And you may find that you're willing to make a mistake as such by behaving in a way that you've never behaved in before by saying, enough, this isn't working, I'm not going to engage with it anymore. I'm actually going to make the decision to turn my back on this and to leave it behind. So here we've got this little, this young fairy kind of playing in the flowers here and doing kind of cartwheels and playing with the bubbles and things. So there's a childlike belief that the world is just pink roses and bubbles and sherbet and, I don't know, fairy tennis that you can play on your days off or whatever. And then you go out into the world and you realize that it's not all just one way and that you have to engage with the process, but you also have to be smart about it. And you have to learn certain rules if you don't want to get hurt or yelled at or whatever it may be. So the Knave of Swords here, there's going to be some sort of sobering experience that makes you either realize that, wow, this really isn't going my way. This is something that I've worked on for a long time. So before I use the example with a relationship, but it could be a business or a diet or anything that you've really tried and you've said, I've followed all the rules, I've done everything I can, but something still isn't shifting. Maybe it's time to look at other opportunities and other ways of doing things rather than banging my head against the wall where it's just hurting me and it's not achieving anything. On the other side as well, you may start to see ideas that you've got that you haven't tried out, and you may say, hey, I have been contemplating this for a while. I've been afraid of moving ahead with it because what if I fail? What if the world does turn out to be dark and nasty and horrible and unsatisfying? I've been thinking about this. Do you know what? Despite the risks, I'm going to take a risk today. I'm going to learn something new. I'm going to start a new project. I'm going to start a new business, a new relationship, whatever it is, because I am willing to learn. I'm looking at the future, what's to come, and I'm not so interested in the past or what hasn't worked. So finally, we do have the Death card. The Death card is the 13th card in the Major Arcana. So again, 1 and 3 is 4. 4 is security and structure. So the one structure that you can rely on is your life, I suppose, because you're able to adapt the circumstances the way the world appears to you on this day. And your identity is your security, but something that you can't argue with is the 13th card of the Major Arcana. And the fact that you're here today and tomorrow is not promised means that instead of trying to fight a process of maintaining what is, align yourself with this transformative energy and say, what's yet to come and what's already been? And try and rearrange yourself in such a way that you're future-oriented and not focused on the past. And these two cards having the same number as such is a real confirmation and a reminder that you get to manifest your reality. No one else does it for you. And that's why it's important to fall on your face and to make mistakes once in a while, because amongst that process, you also learn things and you learn how to navigate the world. And that means you can put an end to this process of feeling like you're not empowered or in control of your own life. You can really snap out of that today and say, do you know what? I have all the power in the world here. I am free to learn new things. And it can also allow you to put to bed any situations which you haven't been able to let go of. So something that was painful and difficult, a rejection or a divorce or a firing or losing your money or an important partner, and still living in that and saying, yeah, today is today, but I'm still living in 4 years ago when I was so cruelly rejected and I can't trust anyone again because of that. So on this day, you can put an end to that kind of acquired belief system. You can say, I do have my personality, my life, my identity still on this day. So basically, I've got everything I'm ever going to need. And I'm now going to move forward and learn how to have the ideal job or to create the ideal business or to have the relationship that I've always wanted. I'm going to pick up and start again. Number-wise, we've got 13 and 1 is 14, and 4 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9, and 9 is spirituality and completion in numerology. But I also want to just count it differently. So we've got 4 and 1 is 5, and another 4 is 9. Yeah. So 9 in the tarot is the Hermit. So it's contemplation and shining the light of truth onto a situation. And in numerology, like I said, it's spirituality and being able to close things off. And with the Death card here as well, it really is amplifying or underlining and emphasizing this point that there are things about you which keep you stuck, which you can leave behind now and complete once and for all. And you can kind of become rejuvenated and look at the good stuff that's yet to come. So it's starting a new cycle and being hopeful. So I hope you have a great day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.